So I'm going to show you how to make simple meals taste pretty good. This isn't just guesswork, this is years of experience. So basically the idea with my cardio, what a sick check-in that is. We're up early, both tired, but this is the morning routine. Today we're going to take you through what I do 7 weeks out to get the most out of the morning, to burn the most body fat. People will want to know that, how you set up your routine, your day, to get shredded, to get peeled. Everyone wants to get shredded, especially for summer. And for me, the morning is the most important part of your day. How you set up your day, how you structure it, how you go about it, and what you do at the start of your day will lead on through for the rest of the day. So I'm going to show you what I do. I'm going to take you to the gym, we're going to show you my cardio, my abs, all that stuff. Give you some tips on how to get good midsections as well, guys. First off, I need to take my pills. So I'm going to be real with you guys. I'm going to show you what I'm going to take in the mornings at the minute. So first up, this is now back in stock on Conte Sports. LW10 for discount. You will not get another better fat burner than this. So it's not tame. It's not for anyone that can't handle anything heavy, but it will make you absolutely sweat like crazy, and it is sick. So I've been using 3 caps of this in the morning. At the minute, I am taking 60 milligrams of Clen. You'll know what that is, a lot of you guys. So that is obviously going to ramp things up a little bit for you assisted guys. For anyone that is watching this that is obviously non-assisted, I'll have to say this every time. Don't just watch my videos and take anything, okay? Remember, this is under proper supervision. Remember, this is guided stuff. This isn't just guesswork. This is years of experience, so don't just copy. And then your Himbine, I am on 15 milligrams of Himbine. The first thing I actually do in the morning is hydrate. I've already had one of these this morning, so like almost 2 litres, which if you get up and hydrate and do that, watch how much better you feel. You get that deep into prep, you get that hungry, but like when you have a coffee, so good. So I'm going to sip on this, I'm going to get this down me, and by the time I've drank this, my pills will all have kicked in and I'll be absolutely off, ready for it, very ready for it. So I'm going to go do cardio and get the day started. Cardio shoes are a must. Everyone needs a pair of cardio shoes. And it's about this point all my tablets start kicking in and I start to feel absolutely wired. So there's a couple of things that I've taken in there. So the pre-shred, the caffeine in it and things like that, it's got something in it called grains of paradise, which is like another cognitive function and mental stimulant. What they basically do is like give you a little bit more focus, alertness, sharpness, then wake you up essentially. Then with your Himbine, that's actually derived from tree bark originally, but once paired with caffeine, you've got 2 types of fat cells in your body, white and brown. So basically, one of them's stubborn and one of them's not. Your Himbine will help shuttle the stubborn fat cells into the blood to be used as energy. So for me, very, very good to use because it helps me target more stubborn fat. And then with the Clen basically just ramps up your heart rate. That will help with burning the other fat cells, so the non-stubborn fat cells, basically, in simple terms. There's no point in making this scientific because nobody needs to know that. I also feel quite alert, especially your Himbine. One of the effects of it is you get quite a lot of mental clarity. So in the morning, it's great because I can use that. I can get a shit ton of work done. You'll see when we get back. You'll see how productive I am with all my check-ins and how my setup is when we get back for work. It's really good. And I can blast it all out. I'll only do things that are classed as work in the morning so that my brain doesn't get distracted and start to kind of like sidetrack onto entertainment purposes. Instead, in the morning for me, it's literally like work, focus, and then I can switch off in the night time. So like for me, same sleep times, wake times every day. Like I don't ever diverge from that. So even in the weekends, even when it's times are tough, I'll get up, I'll do the same things. I'll hydrate, I'll get active, I'll get sunlight, I'll move, I'll do the things that my body needs. you do that consistently day in, day out, and you find a routine that works, and you start to perform better. Flying around the world and competing's not cheap. I found that out last year. It was really expensive. So to be able to earn enough money and put enough time into that and train and be like this, you need to be so productive with your time, otherwise you can't do it. No worries.
Thank you.
No worries. You've got to look after the cameraman. For all you influencers out there.
Especially when you're dragging them out at 6 in the morning.
6 in the morning. So, come in, take my watch off because I don't want to get steps from this. It's cardio. It's 30 minutes cardio at the moment. So basically the idea with my cardio is that I just try to get my heart rate between 130 and 140 beats per minute. For me, that's kind of like the zone where I notice I see the most change. So incline is about 8.5%, speed 5 kilometers an hour. For me, at my weight, that's enough for me to get my heart rate up. So it's not too much fatigue on my legs. It's not impacting my sessions enough. It's not absolutely ruining me. I would normally do stairs, but I did legs yesterday, so it's not the best idea to jump on the stairs today. So I'm just going to do the treadmill, mix it up. 30 minutes on here, sweat it out, and then we'll do some abs. You've got to find that middle ground where you're able to get your heart rate up, burn a good amount of calories to put yourself in a good deficit if that's the goal, and also not allow you to eat into and fatigue yourself for your sessions. Very important. Whew. 30 minutes done. Do some abs now, and then we'll do pose. Oh, so for abs, I do train abs every day. I do weighted abs 3 or 4 times a week. So today's one of the days where I'm going to do some weighted abs. And then on the other days where I don't do weighted abs, I still fill the gap there with bodyweight abs. So I do some form of ab training every single morning. I'm going to show you what we're going to do on here, which is just a simple crunch machine, good machine. So we're just going to run through some sets on here, and then we're going to pose. So with ab training, where a lot of people go wrong is that they either don't work the abs properly, they don't connect with them properly. So just like any other muscle, you should be holding and squeezing in the contraction. You should be trying to feel the abs work. So in a crunch movement, you're coming down over the top, crunching down and holding and squeezing the abs and contracting at the bottom, and then getting a good stretch at the top. It's not just a throwing your body and upper body forwards and backwards movement. So be precise with your ab training. Also, make sure you train it with intensity. So don't skip out on reps. Make sure you go to complete failure and you train it like every other body part. For rep ranges on abs, I typically go for around 3 sets per exercise and about between sort of 15 and 20 reps. 10 reps if it's weighted and it's a bit heavier, but usually around 15 to 20 reps. So like I said at the start of the video, we'll be 7 weeks out on Sunday. It's Friday today. So if you're kind of feeling like, I don't know, like I checked in yesterday with Nathan. I was kind of saying to him that I almost feel like I'm not going to be ready in time, but it's the shortest length of prep that I've ever done. So I think that's just me maybe worrying a little bit because I'm not as lean as I usually am. You know, I just got to trust in the process and just crack on. Obviously I trained legs yesterday, so if my legs are a little bit faded out, then ignore that. But basically all that I do at this point, 3 rounds of mandatory poses. So all the poses that you would do on stage and get compared against others with, I go through them every day, 3 rounds back to back. The reason for that is to get fit, get conditioned, get used to holding the poses in each one. So I do all of the front relax, side relax, back, and then all of the front double bicep, side chest, all of the comparisons. So I'm going to go through my rounds now, get some clips of that, and as each one goes, I hold each pose as well, squeeze. I feel like I'm getting a little bit leaner maybe today. Skin's a little bit tight. I've got a little bit to lose across here, and then some on my back here, quite a lot. But my legs are coming in a little bit more. Midsection's tighter on my obliques, so I feel good. Shoulders are coming slightly. So we just keep moving from here, I think. So the only final thing that I do post posing, I do a lot during my posing as well, but to keep the midsection tight, and this is to strengthen the internal abs and obliques. The easiest thing to do is find something you can lean over on, so something like this. Then what basically you're looking to do is breathe all the air out of your stomach and pull up and in, or in and up. And that's going to create a vacuum. You're going to hold that. So here, basically you do 10 rounds, 10 of those. That helps to keep the midsection tight. So very good if you want to keep a tight, tapered waist. Definitely something I would recommend that all bodybuilders do, or anyone that wants a good physique does all year round. 10 sets of 10 seconds every day, all year round. Helps keep a tight core. So vacuum work. So I do 10 rounds of that, and then we head off. We're home from cardio. So when we get home, it's work time. Because pre-shred is an absolute fucking, it's nuts. It makes you sweat for ages, so I'm going to do a big chunk of work now before I get ready for the day and sit down and do a load of client work. So all that I'm going to do is make myself another little coffee, have a load of water, and that is also going to mean that I can push my first meal back. So when I'm dieting, what I try to do is create a smaller eating window for myself. So if I was to eat early, let's say I ate now, it's like 8 o'clock, and I have my last meal at say 8 o'clock, that's a 12-hour eating window. But if I wait until 10, just trimming it down that 2 hours, having smaller meals means I can have my meals like every 2 to 2.5 hours throughout the day. So there's never really a period of time where I'm waiting super long for food, which makes it easier for me. So I'm going to fast for the next couple of hours. That'll also mean that the supplements that I'm using have a little bit longer to take effect. Blast out a load of work whilst I've got that little bit of time to just to fill my time, and then do a little bit of steps, and then we're going to meal prep. I'm going to show you what we do for meal prep as well. How are we, bro? Just getting back to your check-in from this morning, bud. So very happy, another good check-in, mate, as to be expected from you, mate, as always, to be fair. Sitting in a very, very nice spot. The shot that you sent me the other day as well, post-workout, like, we are filling out very nicely. Maintaining great composition, still extremely like tight. Still got lines in the lower back, you've got sharpness in the obliques there, you've got the entire midsection still prominent, so we're just filling out in the areas that we need to, delts, lats. This kind of mesocycle that we're working at the minute we're training, sort of specifying the areas that we want to bring up, is working. You're looking better in those areas. With body weight now, we were 105 on our last check-in and 109 today. we're not going to need to make any changes. The body's still kind of responding in a good way. We're still gaining at a nice rate. You're maintaining sort of being lean. Now I know obviously that you're going away today for a week, but we should be able to keep the same setup with where you're going in Devon. Yeah, you've found a gym 5 minutes, so you've got an ideal setup. No problems still from you. Everything's kind of looking nice. So mate, from here, I know I kind of sound like a broken record for you, but when something's not broken, then why fix it? You know, we're gaining nicely. Everything's working the way that we want. We know that we're going to be cut in for the show in November soon, so maintaining good composition throughout is key. But yeah, mate, these are class. Very, very good shots today. Keep me posted on how you're getting on as you're away. And as always, mate, absolutely bang on the money. So that is Max. Max is, well, Max was, I'll show you a picture of Max. So Max was actually a client of mine for a long time. He's been a client of mine for years, and Max's transformation is probably like one of the most crazy transformations I've ever seen. He's now prepping for his first show in November, so we're going to be putting him on stage. If I can show you what he used to look like, you'll get a kind of a bit of a gist of, yeah, so this was Max when he started with me.
Holy shit.
Yeah, what do you think's that, bro? Nuts. And then that's Max now. So he's just sending me his check-in. Max is in a bit of a gaining phase at the minute, so we're just monitoring him, making sure he gains nicely. For me, the check-in process is simple. So my morning routine is from about 8 o'clock onwards. I'll sit here, get WhatsApp up, I'll look through client pictures, and then from there, go to my client's drive. On my client's drive, it has everything that they need. So their check-in forms, their training programs, their nutrition documents. I basically check their check-in form, go through it and make sure that everything's running smoothly, exactly as we need. And then any amendments that I might need to make to their nutrition plan or their training program, I can do that on here. It'll be automatically uploaded to their drive, and then I can let them know what changes we need. Now with most of my guys, for high-end priority clients like Max, he's checking in twice a week, so we go back and forth quite a lot. Depends on the level of service that you get with Team Adapt, depending on how much coaching you receive. So this is the basic setup. This is for the advanced package. He's an advanced client, and you can see the level of results that you get with that. So I'm going to do this now. I've got about 20 to go through today, so that'll take me some time. Once I've boxed off all of those, then it'll be probably about time to start getting ready and have a meal. Not acceptable, that. Not acceptable, Christian, if you're watching this. Get your check-in form done. All my clients have to have checked in by 9 o'clock. If you don't check in by 9 o'clock, then you'll get a response later on. Every check-in is responded to the same day with me. So with my clients and my team, I'll get your check-in, I'll do your check-in, I'll respond to you that day. As a lifestyle client, this is shit like this is absolutely class. So mentally, I've never felt so good and confident about myself ever. And yesterday, I took a day off work and went to the beach, just walking around, my top off in 22 degrees, looking lean, and in one of the best shapes around at the time. It was one of the best feelings ever. I know that sounds sad. How sick is that? So obviously Aaron's someone that you, like, not long ago was super unconfident with the way that he looks. Just little things like him being able to go to the beach, take his top off, walk around, you know, and have fun and feel good about the way he looks. It's not all about stepping on stage, it's not all about getting shredded for that. It's just about making people feel better. What a sick check-in that is. It's now 10 o'clock. We've just been faffing around with some filming and looking at content for you guys. Just put a new post on. If you haven't checked out the IG, or you haven't checked out My Vision's IG, both of them will be in the description. We're putting everything that we're doing in snippets on the IG. So if you wanted to keep up to date with what we're doing throughout the week, then that is the place to be. 4 cooked meals, so I'll prep up 3 for the day, and I'll make my breakfast ready to have. Basically, if you're not prepping your meals, you're literally selling yourself short, because it frees up so much available time in your day. You can get it all done super quick. I'm going to show you a super efficient way of doing it, hassle-free, and make it tasty as well at the same time. So simple, clean food source is what I stick to. Foods that digest well, sit well on my stomach, that aren't going to bloat me. Absolutely key and essential for keeping a tight waist. You see all these people doing sort of the if it fits your macros approaches to diets, no way near as good in my opinion, because you're not getting as quality nutrition, you're not just sticking to foods that sit well, you're not keeping it as simple. So I'm going to show you how to make simple meals taste pretty good, and easy ways of making them as well if you're lazy like me. So the first thing that I do is chop up my potatoes, 300 grams of potato in here, microwave them for 5 minutes, right? That softens them up. Then I'm gonna put them in the oven afterwards. Everything I do is microwave and pretty much oven to prep my meals so that I don't actually have to do any of it, which makes my life easier. I get my veggies for the day. I just have the same amount of vegetables every single day, and then that way I know that it's the same amount of calories. So I just have 1.5 peppers. And like I say, this is all to go in the oven. Onion makes every meal taste good. And then following this, we'll do a courgette as well. So that's my veggies, some of them. Get your fry light. Ignore the bird tray, it's the only one I've got at the minute. Put your veggies on the tray. Get your courgette. Chop that up. By the time you've done all this, your potato will be pretty much done. So vegetables, easy to do. So meat wise, for me at the minute, I have chicken and beef in my meals. So easiest thing to do, I'll do my beef first. I have 175 grams of beef. I'm going to add some seasoning. So the seasonings that I'll use for these meals are all the same. I keep it dead simple so that it doesn't upset my stomach. Smoked paprika, onion salt, garlic granules, and I've been using some of this, which is like a tandoori curry chicken or whatever. It tastes good, and sometimes some barbecue seasoning. So those are the seasonings that I'll use for this meat. So I basically just put it on my meat, as so. I'll use barbecue on this one. A little bit of each. You don't need to go too excessive. And then you're just going to separate it into little meatballs. So we'll do 350 grams of chicken. Same thing, just dice it up a little bit. Spray it with some coconut oil. Same seasonings. Done. Potatoes will now be slightly softer because obviously they've been in the microwave. Spread all that out, season your vegetables exactly the same as you probably guessed. Whatever that is. Do some barbecue on the potatoes. So you can see, I just cover everything. So place all that in your oven for about 20 minutes. Rice, this is our cooked rice. So I weigh it raw. There's 180 grams of raw weight rice in here. Put 3 times the amount of water in it, and then I'll microwave it for about 10 or 12 minutes. 5-10 minutes preparation, 20 minutes cooking time, all of this will be done. I'll be able to separate it in Tupperwares. So anyone has the time to prepare some easy meals like this. I'll make 3 meals out of this. 2 chicken and rice meals and 1 beef and potato meal. So the first meal of the day for me, I'm gonna need that chicken out actually. There's a little bit of chicken, 50 grams of chicken. There was a little bit left in there for me, so perfect. Shut the fridge. Oops. Always do that. Don't really have any good pans. Freaking annoying. Best one I've got. So this is going to seem pointless chucking this chicken in, but you'll see in a minute why. There's other things that go with it. That's it, that's the meal. 1 bit of chicken. So now I'll just use the rest of this little pepper that I've got. I should really use a chopping board. We ain't got one, so cook it. Chop up another little bit of courgette, don't use much for this. And then I'll fry this off with a little bit of chicken, egg white and egg. And this will be my first meal. So just a little bit of veggies, some salad. You'll never guess what seasoning I use. Let that cook. 200ml of egg whites. Normally I'd buy egg whites, but I've run out, so we've got to do it the old-fashioned way. See if I've got the skills. Separating egg yolks and egg whites. Oh, nearly failed. Just saved it though. What are you saying about them bad skills?
It's a lot faster than I can do it, to be fair.
Just to try and impress you for the YouTube video, yeah?
Yeah, but then you talk to a person whose diet consists of Tesco and Lidl ready meals, so...
Do your meal prep for you as well?
Yeah, probably near.
To be honest, that's like similar to what my diet was when I started, and I'll do two eggs as well. When I first started like the gym bodybuilding, it was super noodles and tuna 3 times a day. So much tuna, man. Whisk them up, and then when the chicken and veg is a bit more cooked, I'll chuck that in the pan with them. And then, while that is cooking, it's not the only thing. Morning supplementation. 2 capsules of vitamin C, and then I'll take some of my health pills. Omega-3s, organ defense, so protects all your organs, multivitamin, joint support, and P5P from Strong. So I'll take all of these, drink that. That's all my supplementation in the morning covered. So that's my eggs. It looks a mess, but I'll tell you what, it does taste nice. And like I say, from this point now, I can eat every 2 hours. So if you're eating meals like this size every 2 hours, then it's not actually so bad. Like, it's pretty easy. Leafy greens. I'm not going to use the rest of that. Sardine on it. Big plate of eggs and salad. And that's basically hardly any calories at all. Put a little bit of salt on that, a little bit of ketchup. You got a big meal. So a bodybuilder, pretty good breakfast. So now I can let my rice cool down. I can wait for my other stuff to come out in 5 minutes, and then all of my meals will be cooked and good to go, ready for the day. I'll just separate them into Tupperwares. Tell me you can't do that.
Damn, so that's breakfast, lunch, dinner.
So what I've made is, I've made meal 1. That's meal 2. I've got 2 chicken and rice meals, a beef and potato meal for tonight, and then my other meals that I'll have as well as that. My pre-meal, which you saw in the last video, my cream of rice, and then I have a bowl of oats before bed. This is like a meal of about 400, 400 calories probably. And I put some sauce on that. I either use sriracha, hot sauce, or ketchup. Check the chicken. See if the chicken's done. Might actually finish the meals. Check your meat with a spoon, as you do. See, when I was chopping it up, it looked like I have loads of veg in my meals, but now when it's like in your meal, it's not so bad. Oh, 5-second rule. Is that still a thing?
I haven't heard that in years, mate.
For how easy it was for me to do that, was that bad? I didn't have to stir it, or check it, or anything. Whack your salt on it all, and you're pretty much good to go then. So that is 3 meals, all cooked, made, prepared, 4 meals even for the day. Just my cream of rice and my oats, all I've got to do. And they're nice, they're tasty. They do everything I need them to do. So that's it. Whack the ketchup on top. This is what you want. This is the lowest calorie one you get. The no added salt and sugar ketchup. It is 6 calories per 15 grams. The low. Bon appetit. So I'm going to dig into this, and that is pretty much how I separate my mornings. everything usually done by sort of 10 a.m. and that's my work, my cardio, my abs, my training, my cooking, everything I need to set me up for the day. I can now get extra work done, get my steps done, go food shopping, any other tasks that I need to do in my day's freed up. My meals are ready to go. There's no excuse for me never being on point. So this is how I set up every single day. This is a good routine for anyone to get the most out of their day. Work, training, fat loss, it works. So any questions, feel free to drop in the comments below. Make sure as well, guys, to subscribe, like the videos, anything like that, all just shows support on the channel. So we're going to try and grow this as much as we can. Stay tuned on the IG as well for more, and stay posted because we've got some cool videos coming out in the next couple of weeks. Very excited to be showing you what we're going to be doing. It's going to be very good.